Mistakes when eating turmeric that harm your body every day. You think you're doing good for your health, but actually, you might be harming your body every day without even noticing. Turmeric is known worldwide as one of the most powerful foods out there. It fights inflammation, strengthens the immune system, improves joint health, brain, heart. But here's a truth almost nobody tells you. If you use turmeric the wrong way, it doesn't work. Worse than that, it can even be harmful. That's right. Behind this golden powder, full of promises, there are silent mistakes that sabotage your health, your money, and mainly your hope of having better quality of life. And believe me, many of these mistakes are made by people who think they're doing everything right. It seems harmless, but you could be putting your digestion at risk, overloading your liver, harming your stomach, and even interfering with your medication effects. Could you be making these mistakes right now, thinking you're taking care of yourself? If you use turmeric in your routine, whether in tea, food, supplements, or even the famous golden milk, you need to watch this video till the end, because what you'll discover here could totally change your relationship with this food. And more importantly, it could be the difference between taking care of your health or harming it every day without knowing. Number 13. Not combining it with healthy fat sources. One of the biggest mistakes people make when using turmeric daily is forgetting to combine it with a source of healthy fat. This happens because few know that curcumin, the main active compound in turmeric, is fat-soluble. That means it needs fat to be properly absorbed by the body. Without it, your body simply eliminates most of the curcumin, without enjoying its amazing effects. You can consume it every day, but get almost no results. When you don't include a good fat source along with turmeric, your body has trouble transporting and metabolizing curcumin. This happens because, inside our body, fat-soluble compounds need to bind to lipids, fat molecules, to cross cell barriers. That's how they circulate through the bloodstream and finally act where needed. So, without fat, a big part of turmeric is lost in the digestive process, literally going down the drain. Also, it's important to understand that not all fats are suitable. Bad fats, like saturated and trans fats found in processed foods, don't support turmeric absorption effectively. On the contrary, they can even cause inflammation and other damage in the body. That's why it's essential to prioritize healthy fats like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, and even nuts. These are the real partners of turmeric in its mission to improve your health. A very well-known example is the famous golden milk, which combines turmeric with plant-based milk and coconut oil. It's a perfect mix because it combines turmeric with a good quality fat source, plus other anti-inflammatory ingredients like ginger and cinnamon. This combination is not only tasty, but extremely efficient in delivering turmeric's benefits to your body. It works much better than just mixing the powder in water. The same goes for using turmeric in cooking. Sautéing turmeric in olive oil, for example, when preparing vegetables, soups, or rice, makes a big difference. The gentle heat and olive oil activate curcumin, boosting its absorption and effects in the body. People who cook this way not only improve the flavor, but also turn every meal into a real health boost. On the other hand, when you add turmeric directly to juices, teas, or even water, without any fat, unfortunately, you're wasting almost all its potential. Many people do this thinking they're caring for their health, but in reality, they miss the chance to enjoy the true benefits of this powerful spice. And worse, they get frustrated thinking turmeric doesn't work. It's also worth remembering that this strategy of combining turmeric with healthy fat not only promotes its absorption, but also brings extra benefits. Healthy fats themselves are essential for brain function, cardiovascular health, and fighting inflammation. So it's an unbeatable duo when it comes to prevention and health promotion. If you're just starting to include turmeric in your daily routine, or even if you've been using it for a while, this is a tip you must follow strictly. Without healthy fat, your body simply cannot make full use of curcumin's potential. It's a small detail, but makes a huge difference in your health results. So next time you use turmeric, ask yourself, where's my healthy fat source? If it's not there, know that you're throwing away a good part of the benefits of this superfood. Fixing this mistake is simple, practical, and brings surprising results in a short time. Number 12. Exposing turmeric to high temperatures for too long. Many people love including turmeric in hot preparations like soups, stews, and sautés. And indeed, moderate heat helps release and activate some of turmeric's beneficial compounds. However, there's a limit. A very common mistake is exposing turmeric to high heat for too long, which can degrade part of its active compounds, especially curcumin. When you cook turmeric for long periods, especially at very high temperatures, it starts losing a good part of its therapeutic properties. That means that super healthy dish you made might not be delivering the benefits you imagine. Practically, you could be drastically reducing its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant potential. That's why the best strategy is to add turmeric at the end of cooking, when the heat is low or even off. This way, you preserve its active compounds as much as possible. Another option is to use it in sauces, vinaigrettes, warm teas, and other preparations that don't require intense cooking. Knowing how to manage heat is as important as knowing the right amount. It's one more detail that makes the difference between using turmeric smartly or wasting its amazing effects. Number 11. Using turmeric supplements without guidance. Wanting to boost turmeric's effects, many people turn to supplements. And indeed, they can be extremely beneficial as they bring concentrated doses of curcumin, often combined with piperine to improve absorption. But here lies a very serious mistake: taking turmeric supplements without any professional guidance. Curcumin in concentrated supplement form is much more potent than turmeric powder used in food. Precisely because of that, dosage must be strictly controlled. Excessive consumption can cause side effects such as stomach pain, diarrhea, nausea, dizziness, and in more serious cases, even liver overload. Also, supplements can interact with various medications, such as blood thinners, antiplatelets, blood pressure meds, diabetes meds, and even antidepressants. These often silent interactions can cause imbalances in the body and even put your health at risk. So never take turmeric supplements on your own. The guidance of a health professional is essential to define the correct dosage, usage time, and even assess if the supplement is really indicated for you. Always remember, natural doesn't mean harmless. It's potent, yes, but must be used responsibly. Number 10. Consuming in excess. Turmeric is globally recognized for its incredible health benefits, but like any functional food, its consumption must be balanced. The mistake of overconsumption is more common than you think. Many people, upon discovering its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and digestive effects, end up overdoing it, believing more is always better. But it's not like that. When ingested in very high doses, turmeric can cause irritation in the gastrointestinal tract, causing discomfort like heartburn, acid reflux, and even diarrhea in some cases. It's important to understand that curcumin, turmeric's main active compound, is very potent, and precisely because of that, it can be harsh if taken uncontrolled. Studies indicate that very high doses may even interfere with gut flora, harming digestive system balance. Also, people with gastric sensitivity may develop even stronger symptoms, like abdominal cramps and nausea. Another point that few people know is that turmeric has cholagogue properties, meaning it stimulates bile production by the liver. When consumed in excess, this can overload the digestive system, especially for those with a history of gallstones or liver problems. Imagine seeking health and ending up causing the opposite. That's why it's crucial to respect the quantities recommended by health professionals. But you might be asking, so what's the safe amount? The answer varies, but generally, the recommendation is around 1 to 3 grams per day of turmeric powder, which is roughly a level teaspoon. Higher amounts, without professional supervision, can be harmful. Remember that when turmeric is used as a supplement, the curcumin concentration is much higher, demanding even more care. So the secret is moderation. Incorporating turmeric smartly into your routine brings many benefits, but overdoing it turns a health ally into a potential villain. And if you've ever felt discomfort after consuming turmeric, maybe you're making this exact mistake. Now, if you think just controlling the amount is enough, know that there are other equally serious mistakes that completely compromise turmeric's benefits in your body. In the next chapter, we'll talk about one you probably never noticed. Number 9. Using turmeric without black pepper. One of the most common mistakes, which almost nobody notices when consuming turmeric, is using it without combining with black pepper. That's right. It may seem like a small detail, but it makes all the difference in the effectiveness of this powerful food. Turmeric contains an active compound called curcumin, responsible for most of its benefits. But there's a problem. Curcumin has extremely low bioavailability. That means, by itself, it's very poorly absorbed by our body. To fix that, black pepper comes into play, specifically piperine, its active compound. Studies show that the presence of piperine can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000% in the body. That's an amazing increase. Without this combo, most of the turmeric you consume ends up wasted, passing through your digestive system without being properly used. Now imagine spending money, time, and hope consuming turmeric daily, thinking you're taking care of your health, but in practice, your body is absorbing almost nothing? It's frustrating and, unfortunately, more common than you'd think. This mistake is so frequent that even some recipes and supplements leave out this crucial detail, totally compromising their effects. So whenever you use turmeric, whether powdered, fresh, or in capsules, make sure it's combined with black pepper. In the kitchen, it's simple. Just add a pinch of pepper to dishes with turmeric. In supplements, prioritize those that specify piperine in the formula. And heads up, if this mistake already surprised you, know that other equally dangerous habits may be sabotaging your health without you noticing. And remember, the worst mistake will be revealed only in the last chapter. You can't miss it. Number 8. Taking turmeric straight without preparation. Another very common mistake is consuming turmeric raw, straight, without any preparation. Although many believe it's healthy just to take a spoon of turmeric powder and put it directly in the mouth or dissolve in water, the truth is that this is neither efficient nor healthy. Turmeric contains compounds that, in their raw form, are hard to digest and have extremely limited absorption. Besides that, ingesting raw turmeric can cause stomach discomfort, especially for sensitive people. Its flavor is quite strong and slightly bitter, which, besides being unpleasant, can irritate the gastrointestinal lining. Not to mention that this way, you lose the chance to boost its benefits by using the right combinations, like good fats or black pepper itself. That's why the best way to consume turmeric is by including it in heated preparations like soups, sautés, sauces, and even teas. Heat helps release active compounds, making them more available for the body. Also, combining it with some kind of healthy fat, like olive oil, coconut oil, or even plant-based milk, further improves absorption. Another good strategy is making the famous golden milk, which combines turmeric, black pepper, cinnamon, and plant milk. It's a real health bomb when made correctly. So avoid the practice of just putting turmeric powder in water and drinking it. That's not very effective and can even cause discomfort. Turmeric is an incredible health ally, but only if used correctly. And the mistakes continue. Some of them are real hidden traps. And in the last chapter, you'll discover the undoubtedly worst mistake of all. Number 7. Ignoring the product quality. If there's one mistake that can simply cancel out all turmeric benefits, it's not paying attention to the quality of the product you're consuming. And don't think it's a small detail. Actually, it makes all the difference between getting amazing results for your health, or just wasting money and even putting your body at risk. Yes, you read right, risk. Turmeric, especially in powder form, is one of the most adulterated spices worldwide. Many times, what you buy as pure turmeric is actually mixed with flowers, artificial dyes, and even heavy metals. This not only reduces its beneficial effects, but can cause serious health problems like poisoning and overload on the liver and kidneys. Besides that, poor quality products contain a very low concentration of curcumin, turmeric's main active compound. That means that even if you follow all the right steps, like combining it with black pepper or consuming it with healthy fats, you won't get the desired benefits if the raw material is bad. So always choose turmeric from reliable suppliers, preferably organic, pesticide-free, and without chemical additives. Check the color. It should be a vibrant orange, and the smell, which needs to be strong and characteristic. Avoid products that look faded or smell weak. The quality of what you consume is literally the foundation of the whole process. After all, what's the point of knowing how to use it if the product doesn't deliver benefits from the start? And get ready, because the worst mistake of all the one that can be the most harmful to your health, will only be revealed in the last chapter. You'll be surprised. Number 6. Mixing turmeric with whole milk or too much saturated fat. A mistake few imagine, but that greatly compromises turmeric's effects in the body, is frequently mixing it with whole milk or other sources of saturated fat in excess. It seems strange since we always hear curcumin is better absorbed when combined with fat. And that's true. But the detail is the choice of fat type and the amount used. Whole milk and foods rich in saturated fats can actually make it harder not only to absorb some nutrients, but also generate an inflammatory effect in the body. Exactly the opposite of what turmeric aims for. When consumed in excess, these foods overload the liver, increase bad cholesterol, and promote silent inflammatory processes that harm the heart, blood vessels, and even metabolism. Another important point is that this heavy combination can cause gastrointestinal discomfort like bloating, indigestion, and even reflux, especially in sensitive people. Instead of boosting turmeric benefits, excess saturated fat makes the experience uncomfortable and ineffective. That's why the recommendation is to prefer healthy fats like olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, or plant milks, which besides aiding curcumin absorption, also offer other benefits to the body. This choice makes a big difference when boosting turmeric's therapeutic effects. And be careful, because some mistakes that seem small can actually be highly harmful, and the worst of them will be revealed in the last chapter. You'll be surprised. Number 5. Taking turmeric with anticoagulant medications. Few people know, but turmeric, despite being natural, has important interactions with some medications, especially anticoagulants. And here lies a serious mistake. Those who use these meds and add turmeric in their routine without professional guidance might be risking serious health problems. This is because curcumin has a mild anticoagulant effect, and when combined with medications, it can amplify this effect too much. The result can be extremely dangerous. The blood may become too thin, greatly increasing the risk of bleeding, spontaneous bruises, and even internal hemorrhages. Situations that, without any exaggeration, can be life-threatening. And the scariest part is that many people don't even imagine that a natural spice could have such a strong impact when combined with certain meds. This interaction isn't limited to conventional anticoagulants like warfarin or rivaroxaban. It can also occur with antiplatelet medications used to prevent thrombosis, heart attacks, and strokes. So, if you take any of these meds, it's essential to talk to your doctor before adding turmeric to your diet or supplements. Remember that natural doesn't mean harmless. On the contrary, many foods have effects as powerful as medications, and that's exactly why they must be used responsibly. This is one of the most serious mistakes, but it's not the most dangerous. The worst one you'll discover only in the last chapter. And believe me, you can't miss this information. Number 4. Consuming turmeric on an empty stomach without guidance. Many people, eager to get the best health results, start consuming turmeric first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. The idea, at first glance, seems good. Start the day by boosting the body with a superfood. However, this habit, when done without guidance, can be a mistake with uncomfortable consequences, especially for those with sensitive stomachs. Turmeric is a strong spice, with an intense flavor and properties that stimulate digestive functions, like increasing bile production. This, for people with a history of gastritis, reflux, or gastric sensitivity, can cause discomforts like burning, nausea, heartburn, and even abdominal pain right in the early hours of the day. In some cases, the discomfort can be so strong that it compromises well-being throughout the rest of the day. Also, consuming turmeric alone, without any other food that helps its absorption, means much of its active compounds pass directly through the digestive tract, being poorly absorbed. In other words, you not only risk feeling bad, but also absorb very little of turmeric's benefits. If you want to use turmeric in the morning, the ideal is to combine it with some type of healthy fat and, if possible, with black pepper. And of course, together with a meal, even if light, to protect the stomach and optimize absorption. This is a simple measure, but it makes all the difference. And look, if by now you've already noticed how much details matter when using turmeric, get ready. Because the most dangerous mistake of all, which many people make, without even realizing it, will be revealed only in the last chapter. And it's more serious than you imagine. Number 3. Not respecting the recommended consumption time. A very neglected mistake by people who consume turmeric daily is not respecting the recommended time of use. Turmeric, despite being a natural and extremely beneficial food, should not be used continuously, without breaks or control. This is because prolonged use, especially at high doses, can cause overload in some body systems, like the liver and gastrointestinal tract. Excess curcumin in the body, without rest periods, can lead to accumulation of compounds that, instead of helping, start causing adverse effects like stomach discomfort, nausea, diarrhea, and even interference in the metabolism of some nutrients. This happens because the body also needs balance, and any substance, no matter how good, when used without criteria, can cause a rebound effect. Also, studies suggest that constant and uninterrupted use of natural anti-inflammatory compounds can paradoxically start to interfere with the body's healthy inflammatory response, which is necessary for essential functions like healing and infection defense. The ideal is to make cycles. Use turmeric for some weeks, then take a break before resuming. Therefore, more than consuming turmeric daily automatically, you need to understand that the right strategy involves periods of use alternated with breaks. This not only prevents adverse effects, but also maintains the spice's effectiveness in the body in the long term. And if you think this mistake is worrying, wait until you know the worst of all, the one capable of putting your health at silent and devastating risk. It will be revealed in the last chapter. Number 2. Ignoring allergies or sensitivities. Turmeric, despite being considered a superfood, is not exempt from causing adverse reactions in some people. Ignoring allergy or sensitivity signs is a much more common mistake than you imagine and can lead to serious consequences. Like any other food, turmeric can trigger negative responses in certain bodies, either as allergies, intolerances, or hypersensitivities. The most common signs that turmeric isn't being well tolerated include skin itching, redness, rashes, intestinal discomfort, diarrhea, swelling, nausea, and in more severe cases, difficulty breathing. Although these reactions are relatively rare, they exist and must be taken very seriously. Many people ignore the first signs thinking it's temporary and keep consuming until the situation worsens. Another worrying factor is that some people may not have a direct allergy, but a gastrointestinal sensitivity, showing recurring discomforts like heartburn, bloating, reflux, or cramps after consuming turmeric, especially in high doses or without proper dietary support. That's why it's essential that everyone pays attention to how their body reacts when starting turmeric consumption. If any unusual symptom appears, the best thing is to stop use immediately and seek professional health advice. Personalized use is the key to making turmeric an ally, not a villain. And now get ready. It's time to reveal the worst mistake of all, which unfortunately many people make thinking they're taking care of themselves, but in reality, put their health at serious risk. Number 1. Relying only on turmeric to treat serious diseases. This is, without a doubt, the biggest mistake anyone can make regarding turmeric use, believing it alone can cure or treat serious diseases. No matter how potent and full of benefits turmeric is, it's a complement, not a sole treatment, much less a miracle cure. Unfortunately, many people, enchanted by its benefits, end up abandoning traditional medical treatments, believing turmeric will be enough. This mistake is extremely dangerous. Hypertension, diabetes, heart diseases, cancer, severe arthritis, autoimmune diseases, all these problems require medical monitoring, regular tests, and often specific medication. Turmeric can help control inflammation, improve the immune system, and protect cells, but it doesn't replace conventional treatments. Abandoning medical treatment thinking turmeric will solve everything is an attitude that can accelerate disease progression, worsen clinical conditions, and in some cases, lead to irreversible complications. Natural and scientific approaches should not be opposed but allies. Combining a healthy lifestyle, proper nutrition, and medical follow-up is what truly guarantees quality of life and longevity. So, if you were putting all your hopes just in turmeric, it's time to rethink. Use it as a powerful tool, yes, but within a context of responsibility, balance, and mainly with professional support. Health is a set of factors, and there's no magic solution. And to keep receiving the best videos for your health and well-being, subscribe to the channel. It exists for a very simple reason: to help you become a stronger and happier person. And in the video that's now on your screen, I reveal the 5 best nuts to stop frequent nighttime urination. To watch this video, just click on the screen. So, see you in the next video.